What do we stand for? We stand for possibility, for the belief that every tomorrow begins with a choice made today. We stand for growth, for curiosity that pushes boundaries, for knowledge that prepares you not just to adapt, but to lead. We stand for community, for minds that don't just think, but connect, for hands that don't just build, but uplift. We stand for experiences that shape you, for friendships that anchor you, for courage that carries you beyond this place. Here you become more than a student. You become a maker of solutions, a believer in dreams, a contributor to something greater than yourself. This is where purpose meets possibility. This is where futures are built. Charles Brook Passar University, where you stand for what matters.
Early in the morning, fire on the stove, love in a pie, that's the life we know. From the fields to the table, every bite it shows. Primarily me, the taste of home. Primarily me, the taste of home. Primarily me, the taste of home. Mama in the kitchen, we never eat alone. Primarily me, the taste of home.
Primarily meal, pure, proudly Zambian, the taste of home.
Hello and welcome to Prime TV2 News, the home of breaking news, and we are coming to you live on Topsa Channel 110 and streaming live on our Facebook page, PTV2 Zambia. We're also streaming live on our YouTube channel, that is PTV2 Zambia. Now let's take a look at the headlines this evening. A 10-year-old girl dies after wall collapses at LUANGWA guest house in ISOKA. LUSAKA residents fear more losses as cyclone GEZANI triggers flooding. Confusion persists over responsibility for MAHULULU bridge repairs in Livingstone and KAZUNGULA districts. The Ministry of Health has expressed concern over the increasing number of syphilis cases being recorded in SOLWEZI district. And now with the details, my name is LUANGWA. A 10-year-old grade 3 pupil has died after a wall at LUANGWA guest house owned by ISOKA Town Council collapsed on her during heavy rainfall in ISOKA district. The deceased, identified as Jen Nawale, was rushed to ISOKA District Hospital but was pronounced dead on arrival after sustaining severe head injuries and a broken leg. In response to the tragedy, the council has launched an urgent technical assessment, secured the site, and ordered inspections of similar structures across the district to prevent further accidents. More in this report.
A grade 3 pupil has died after a perimeter fence at ISOKA Town Council guest house collapsed on her in ISOKA district. The incident happened yesterday around 14 hours. The deceased has been identified as Jen Nawale, a 10-year-old grade 3 pupil at a named school within ISOKA district of Mchinga province. According to eyewitnesses, the girl was near the guest house fence when the sudden collapsed, trapping her underneath. She sustained fatal injuries and was later pronounced dead upon arrival at ISOKA District Hospital. Another eyewitness, Mesna Fukwe, says the incident left less than shocked.
Futi apundo mwana funa ishire fuma na isa apundo mnanji mshopu. Efto ishire yapo kuirulukula mabwe twaisa sanga mwana. Efto ambiro kupampula mabwe tuwapampula. Efto ishire imya no mwana twaminika na motoka. Twamnika mbamto na ku hospital.
Other residents have called on authorities to inspect odd and unsafe infrastructure to prevent similar incidences.
Ire mushita yabakaunda tabaposa kwa mano kuti again vachiteni innovate cement ira chita expire ita kuti vachikula vike bwino kumyaka yafuma ko pale pita mu 2 years chalipa pomaronda wava council ine alifwa chimwe chine chikulwa HIP.
Meanwhile, ISOKA Town Council Public Relations Officer Peter Sichali says the local authority will take up funeral expenses for the deceased child.
Bereaved family, ISOKA Town Council has taken up all the funeral expenses as a gesture of compassion and support to the bereaved family. The safety and well-being of our community remains our priority, and the Council is treating this matter with the utmost seriousness and will implement all necessary corrective measures based on the findings of the investigations.
By broadcasting time, police had not yet issued an official statement regarding the death of the 10-year-old girl. Richard ZAMBIA, reporting for PTV News, ISOKA, Muchinga Province.
With several areas still flooded due to persistent heavy rainfall, some LUSAKA residents have expressed concern that more properties could be lost following government's announcement to the arrival of cyclone GEZANI in Zambia. Checks conducted by PTV2 News reveal that continued rainfall has already caused flooding in some parts of LUSAKA city. The floods have forced some residents to abandon their homes and disrupting business activities. Let's take a look.
Following increased rainfall activities across the country, Prime Television News conducted random checks in some parts of Lusaka and found that most residential areas are flooded even before cyclone GEZANI hits its climax, and residents in Kasupe area are worried about their safety.
Munyumba mngala manzi sigona ka straight che so apempa ko chemo ngamanzi chekono batiganzireko jaka manzi choko samba jaka manzi choka toilet jaka manzi so vauze che abatibwezeremo kaweza.
Okay, you can try to just to appoint some people to come and check this area out and see what best they can do so that our area can have at least better drainages. These drainages are too poor, so usually the water stays here put all the time. It doesn't move that often. So if you go to most of these areas, you find it's still flooded.
Another check conducted in Chawama has revealed that some residents are having sleepless nights trying to navigate the floods, while others are abandoning their homes.
Nyumba yanga inge na so hapa ngaisa tumaplagi yetu nza kona hapo. Nza kona pati. Penza kuona sinzi hapo sano. Mpo mtingine leo onani matress ya nana. Nza kona pati. So hapa nepena uka.
Olokwenda kulangizani yako banje berati pochoko samba bajaka manzi amene. Uri munyumba amaye kuti mumanzi amaye munyumba omoka.
Businesses in some areas has also been disrupted following the announcement by the Zambia Meteorological Department that warned citizens to avoid outdoor activities. The department said it is closely monitoring the progression of the tropical cyclone, which made landfall on Madagascar's east coast on February 10, 2025, with the wind speeds of 148 kilometers per hour. Joanne Savila, Prime TV News in Lusaka.
Now, confusion on who should repair MAHULULU bridge that connect KAZUNGULA and LIVINGSTONE has continued. The bridge sits on the boundary between Mogoni Ward in KAZUNGULA district and Simatobolo Ward in LIVINGSTONE, sparking debate over whose responsibility rather is it to have the bridge rehabilitated. Mogoni Ward Councillor Mitulu Mawote says during field appraisals, the geographical location of the bridge is LIVINGSTONE, while the leadership on the other side says the bridge is in KAZUNGULA. Kwalombota Mwanangombe has more.
This is the bridge that connects Mukuni Ward of KAZUNGULA district and Simatobolo Ward in LIVINGSTONE. However, politics surrounding its rehabilitation is another problem, as leadership in Mukuni Ward says the bridge is under LIVINGSTONE, while LIVINGSTONE leadership says the bridge is in KAZUNGULA. Local people from KAZUNGULA side have raised serious concerns, demanding for what they term as proper and a strong bridge that cannot be submerged in water, and also to ensure that it is elevated.
Maribone nambo kubede. Ba kansela besu
aba MP besu mukazungula kuno kwa mukuni swebo tukudi no kwasya masimbi tuwabona nga takwe chiri kwendoro chomwe ali atwainde almost 5-6 times atuli kurundai kama wari a bridge.
Due to its narrow state, residents are appealing to the government to make the bridge bigger, noting that at the moment it cannot accommodate 2 vehicles at a time.
Kuno kwasya masimbi tatu jesi bridge kuti mvura yawa ningoro ni government yerede kwa mbote dize kuli emergency program yerede kuchito kwasya masimbi kuya taindi mota kambu muronga wazura sometimes 4 to 5 days manzi kainda jurwari ambonyata akwe bantu tabaindi bamatichers ningoro banda kutora mapepa kuti muronga wazura atakweta baindi.
Being an election year, the local people state that when it's time for campaigns, not even boundary issues stop politicians to campaign in this area, but that when it is time for development, the same politicians are nowhere to be seen.
Chindi cha chasika chincho kuvota barasika kambote tingankuyumu bamana kuwinaria bateka kwamba takwembotunga twainda kuzoko but chini bakari ko bukumbira kutegwa banjire mirimo bari kuzanga kuzotubona
tatuli mu Zambia na katwinga katuvota ino mfulumende tulanganya buti takwe chituli kubona sio kwasya masimbi zinji.
Metulu Mabote is Muguni Ward Councillor.
So the issue is when you look at that MAHULULU bridge, it falls under Smatowolo. But now, the good part of it, you find that most of the people from Siamasimbi school, they normally use it. That's the reason why I said with this issue of cash for work, at least we were able to work on it. But now, when we apply maybe for CDF, when the officers go there for field appraisal, unfortunately, they won't find it in development in some of the areas.
With this problem at hand, it clearly indicates that boundary issues can at times hinder development if not well handled. In this case, the people who suffer are not civic leaders, but local people. Kolombota, Manangombe Prime TV News, in KAZUNGULA district of Southern Province.
You are still watching Prime TV2 News, and we are coming to you live on Top Channel 110 and streaming live on our Facebook page, that is PTV2 Zambia. We now take a break, but still to come after the break. The Ministry of Health has expressed concern over the increasing number of syphilis cases being recorded in SOLWEZI district and across Northwestern Province. We'll be right back with more details after this.
What do we stand for? We stand for possibility, for the belief that every tomorrow begins with a choice made today. We stand for growth, for curiosity that pushes boundaries, for knowledge that prepares you not just to adapt, but to lead. We stand for community, for minds that don't just think, but connect, for hands that don't just build, but uplift. We stand for experiences that shape you, for friendships that anchor you, for courage that carries you beyond this place. Here you become more than a student. You become a maker of solutions, a believer in dreams, a contributor to something greater than yourself. This is where purpose meets possibility. This is where futures are built. Charles Brook Bassar University, where you stand for what matters.
Welcome back, and now we continue with our news. The Ministry of Health has expressed concern over the increasing number of syphilis cases being recorded in SOLWEZI district and across Northwestern Province. Provincial Health Director Dr. Lakson Chidikita says the situation is particularly worrying due to the rising number of babies being born with congenital syphilis. He notes that provincial health data ranks syphilis among the sexually transmitted infections currently on the rise. Jackson Mwansa reports.
Health authorities in Northwestern Province have raised alarm over the rising number of syphilis cases, particularly in Solwezi, Munyilunga, Kasempa and Kalumbila districts.
As the end of 2025, our data shows that syphilis is one STI that is increasing. Guest of honor, from 2022, SOLWEZI had 1,644 cases of syphilis. In 2023, the number increased to 1,985. 2024, 1,707. 2025, 1,739. In contrast to Mwinunga, where in 2025, Mwinunga had the total number of about 2,112. Perhaps Kasenseri gold mine. I don't know.
Provincial Health Director Lakson Chidikita says the increase is concerning, especially more babies being born with congenital syphilis. Health officials are now calling for a stronger, coordinated response from all stakeholders.
Our main concern is also the increase in the number of the babies that are being born with syphilis, what we call congenital syphilis. We are also seeing a rise in these cases, which means the future of the young people, the babies that are supposed to graduate into adults, it's being affected if this scourge is not dealt with.
I must indicate that the concerns raised are valid, very, very valid, and evidence-based. The rising statistics of STIs, persistent HIV risk, and low condom use, especially among young people and mobile workers, requires a systematic and decisive action.
That is why, as AHF, our commitment across Africa is clear. We will continue to work with governments to strengthen public condom programs, expand free access, remove stigma, and ensure that prevention reaches young people, workers, mobile populations, and communities most at risk.
The remarks were made during a health engagement meeting held in Solwezi. Jackson Mwansa reporting for Prime Television News in Solwezi district of Northwestern Province.
The Ministry of Health has intensified efforts to curb the illegal sale of antiretroviral drugs, ARVs, and other essential medicines in illegal mining communities across the country. Ministry of Health Chief Pharmacist and National Task Force on Theft of Medicines Coordinator Agrippa Wadia says the ministry has moved in to dismantle illegal supply networks fueling the black market trade of life-saving drugs. Meanwhile, Zambia Medicines and Regulatory Authority ZAMRA Principal Inspector Don Mwangana has expressed concern over the growing illegal supply chain of ARVs on the black market. We have more in this report.
The issue of illegality, which you've rightly pointed out, it's an illegal establishment. So how do we officially send our officers to go on the ground? So I think I did mention to say, if one is on antiretroviral treatment, they've got a treatment card. And if they are found in an area which is not illegal, they go with that treatment card. As healthcare providers, we do give medications on account of that. And we also encourage people to transfer if they're going to settle in that area.
I think all of us understand that when you look at antiretroviral drugs, these are not ordinary commodities. Okay, these are life-saving medication. And one of the concerns that comes when they are being sold in illegal supply chains, so to say, is that you find that the issues of, there's one aspect Ravi talked about, resistance. Okay, because when people are getting suboptimal doses, because it's easy, you only have enough for a few days, and you have this person that is selling these illegal stores or drug stores, and then they can sell you 5 tablets today, 6 tablets tomorrow. You miss the doses, like Madam has said. What happens? There's treatment failure. There's also resistance that comes in. what is the cost of resistance? It means that the drugs that we are using now will not be.
Outreach that is being done. So in the past, actually, we had volunteers that would provide or that would go into communities. We had community ART access points, we had volunteers. So these volunteers, if the system was working, these volunteers would know that there are people or there's a settlement that has come up and would offer outreach to those facilities. But that is not there right now. As of the last 1 year, that is not there right now. So that makes it difficult then for people to access. So from our perspective, we have to address the access barriers. How do we ensure that everyone, whether they are in an illegal settlement, can access this? And this is where our health system needs to be strengthened.
This is Prime TV2 News. Let's now take a look at our African proverb of the day, which is in Chichewa from Eastern Province. Well, that's it for our African proverb of the day. You, our viewers, you are welcome to send in your proverb in any local language translated into English with the meaning included. You can send them to the following emails: ptv2@ptvzambia.com or ptv2zambia@gmail.com. And now we continue with our news. The LUSAKA Magistrate Court has set February 16, 2026 as the date for the possible commencement of trial in the matter in which a United Party for National Development UPND media team member, Calvin Chifokolo, is charged with theft. Chifokolo is alleged to have stolen 56,000 kwacha in July 2025, money said to belong to Prime Television Limited. When the matter came up for commencement of trial, the accused was absent from court, although the state indicated it was ready to proceed and had a witness lined up to testify. The magistrate, noting that absence of the accused, warned that failure to attend court on scheduled dates attracts sanctions, including the possible issuance of a bench warrant. Chifokolo was arrested in August 2025 and charged with theft contrary to the laws of Zambia. He was later granted bond pending trial. Chifokolo has since denied the charge and the court earlier entered a plea of not guilty. Now, the government has urged radio practitioners to uphold high levels of professionalism and ensure fair balance reporting and programming. Speaking during the launch of the Radio Excellence Awards, Acting Ministry of Information Permanent Secretary Lois Mwansa says the initiative is a significant step toward promoting excellence in radio broadcasting. Meanwhile, Radio Excellence Awards Governing Council Chairperson Dr. Brenda Ruwa says the awards aimed to revamp the sector, describing radio as the most accessible, trusted, and far-reaching platform for information dissemination. Also at Kafanka has more.
The Zambian economy is leading the way. coming out of that economic malaise and registering positive trends in economic growth and development, as epitomized now by the Kwacha being one of the best performing globally. These stories must be told by ourselves. The inflation is going down. Interest rates, yesterday, the Bank of Zambia announced the MPR. It is a duty of the media to interpret this to the citizens, because the citizens will just hear news, ZNB's main news. Bank of Zambia has changed the monetary policy rate. What does it mean for someone in Kalingalinga? But the public media must be seen to lead the way in giving authentic information, because we know that some of those in the private media spectrum, they are just masqueraders as media houses. They are spokespersons of where he is urging his fellow members to work hard to win 2026 general elections in order that they can now go and free those people he's calling their friends who are in incarceration. We would like to denounce and condemn this statement in the strongest possible term with an attendant contempt.
So today, please allow me to announce that the Radio Excellence Limited has introduced a brand new award sector called the Radio Excellence Awards. So this initiative, we think, is going to be one of the great activities yearly. So this is going to be an annual event where we're going to be honoring, we are going to be rewarding, and also we're going to be recognizing colleagues that work in the broadcast sector. So this is a team of experts and professionals that have come up to see how we can revamp and also we can reward radio excellence in this country. You do understand that radio plays a huge role in the development agenda of Zambia.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the ministry responsible for information and media, we recognize that excellence in broadcasting does not happen by chance. It requires professionalism, creativity, ethical responsibility, and deep commitment to public service. The Radio Excellence Awards are therefore not just about celebration. They are in fact about setting standards, inspiring innovation, and promoting quality journalism and programming.
Well, that item ends the news on Prime TV2, the home of breaking news. But before we go, let's now recap on the top stories. A 10-year-old girl dies after wall collapses at LUANGWA guest house in ISOKA. LUSAKA reasons fear more losses as cyclone GEZANI triggers flooding. Confusion persists over responsibility for MAHULULU bridge repairs in Livingstone and KAZUNGULA districts. The Ministry of Health has expressed concern over the increasing number of syphilis cases being recorded in SOLWEZI district. On behalf of the entire production team, my name is Billy Cheleka. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.
Early in the morning, fire on the stove, love in a pie, that's the life we know. From the fields to the table, every bite it shows. Primarily me, the taste of home. Primarily me, the taste of home. Primarily me, the taste of home.
Pure, proudly Zambian. The taste of home.
When news breaks, we are already there. Welcome to PTV2 Zambia, the channel that never sleeps. From community stories in your backyard to national headlines shaping the country and sports and international updates that keep you ahead, we bring it all to your screen. 24/7 news, fast, reliable, unmatched. Catch us on Topstar, channel 110. Watch live on Facebook, PTV2 Zambia. Prime TV2 Zambia, your window to the nation, your gateway to the world.